Greetings all, Frog here. It's time for the Friday update from the pond for the 13th of January, 2017. We're starting off with the Friday the 13th. What? Crazy. I know. Got a couple of things to talk about today. We're going to talk about a Discord server. We're going to talk about the channel, and then that'll be that. First things first, very important to me, is the fact that I'm growing a beard. Do we think about this? Do we like this? What's going on? I don't know. We could think about this. We'll talk about this. I'll show you this again in a minute. For now, though, let's talk about the channel. All right, so what we've got going on, you can see this week, everything is done and recorded and rendered except for this video. I will upload those 5 videos tonight as I set this and the other videos I've recorded to render. So I'm excited about that. I was possibly going to stream on Thursday. Wasn't really feeling up to it. I've been getting some sick. My mind is going a little haywire these days, but I felt good enough that I could record a couple of videos today. I had a bunch from yesterday too that I just hadn't gotten done. So we've got a lot of stuff going. GeoGuessr's been having fun, loving it. It's a good time. We started the EU4 series. If you haven't checked that out, we continued our CK2 Scotland/Lothian into Europa Universalis 4, and it's been a pretty interesting time so far. So we're gonna hopefully enjoy that through it is. Angel's Oars, we're learning a lot of new stuff about how the second level of processing happens. That's near the end of this week, beginning of next week. Afterbirth, we're going through the challenges. This was challenge week, so I won't tell you if we got through all of them yet or not. You'll just have to keep watching and discover for yourself. But it's all Afterbirth Plus material as we work towards 1,000,000%. Barbarissimo, of course, is continuing along its path and has gone well as well. Let's look at well, before I leave this week, let's look at the future a little bit. There will be a live stream on Sunday. I didn't do one yet this week because Tuesday I got stuck at work today. I didn't feel as good. I'm pretty sure by Sunday I'll be fine. My wife is working, so we're going to stream from about noon to about 3. I'm guessing maybe hour and a half, 2 hours of GeoGuessr, and the rest of it will be Afterbirth Plus stuff, just doing runs, so you won't know if I've done the challenges or not. Just doing, like Isaac runs, trying to get new items, unlock things, or just do character runs and try and get that greedier mode complete. Okay, now this is in the future. No, because I'm in the wrong window. Haha, silly. Here's the future. So you can see I've already recorded 2 episodes of Angel's Oars and 3 of the Afterbirth runs, which again could be challenges, could be unlocks, so you never really know what's going to happen. You'll just have to keep watching. But next week's more of the same. We'll do GeoGuessr. I'm recording that Saturday morning. If you want to head over to the Discord, which we're going to talk about in a minute, and check out the spoiler alert from that, that'll be Saturday, kind of morning-ish that I'm recording it. Friday, I'm going to do pretty much all Factorial. It'll be Factorial Friday, and I'm just going to be recording that at night. We'll go back to the normal live stream on Tuesday from 7 to 10. That's Eastern time, of course. And we may add the Sunday one back in. We'll have to see. I don't want to start the Sunday one as a regular thing right now because I am going out of town soon, and so I don't want to break the trend. You know what I mean? But we'll continue along. I'm liking the series that we have so far. Lothian was very interesting. Those 3 episodes, I anticipate good stuff going through there. I've been missing EU4 and some of the combat stuff I haven't seen yet. I haven't been frustrated by the AI, and apparently there have been improvements, so I'm willing to give it a shot. GeoGuessr will continue as it usually does. Factor Angel's Oars, holy smokes, let me tell you, these production things get huge with Angel's Oars, and he's going to be laughing real hard at episode 31, I'm pretty sure. And then Afterbirth continues along the road, and Barbarissimo will just keep expanding until we decide we're done with Barbarissimo, and then combine it with the Angel's Oars. So that's that. All right, let's talk Discord, right? So I don't know if you guys knew, but I have I've set up a Discord server. I don't know because I want to look at me. This is me looking at me. This is me looking at the camera. So if I look at the camera, I'm looking at you. But then it feels weird because I feel like I have to do this. But there's nothing down here. There's not some kind of monster that's gonna be I'm a monster. No, there's none that's gonna happen. Ooh, sorry, camera refresh. But I have a Discord server, and I don't think I've made it very clear. It's in the descriptions for all of the videos now that have been published since I created the Discord. I haven't gone back to add them to because it's kind of difficult. Even with TubeBuddy, it's kind of difficult. But we'll do that. I'm leaving this on me for a little bit to talk a little bit about the beard. It's about a week's worth of growth, right here. There's this side like that. This side right here. It's a little thin on the ground, but it's only a week. We'll see what happens as it goes. I don't know why I'm doing it. I'm feeling crazy. It's a crazy eyes. Okay, so that's what it is. But let's talk about the Discord, right? So this is what it looks like. You can find, like I said, you can find the link down below. We've got a couple of guys that are in here. If you've never used Discord before, you can do it on the web. So you don't have to download an application to make it work, but you can, and that does make it work a little bit better in some instances. It is native to Linux and also Mac OS, so you can run it on the platform of your choice. And it's basically kind of like a big chat/message board server. And you can see, like, I'm part of Arumba's thing, and I'm part of the GeoGuessr thing. You can go and add as many as you like down this side. I'm looking for more, but then you've got private messages, the direct messages and stuff, and I can invite more people to this, of course, as you will. This is not full screen. It is full screen, but it still has that extra stuff on it. All right, so, but you can see all of this up here. I could change settings. I'm not going to click any of that because I don't want to expose it to the stream, but I could do all of that stuff, and I had the option to add channels, which of course you don't do, configure the channels, which of course you can't do. You can configure settings for yourself because you can mute things. Like I have it set that if I ping everyone in the announcements channel, everyone will get a notification of it on the platform of your choice. You can get on your cell phone. There's a lot of different things here, and there are many different things that you can do with a Discord server when you run it yourself or as you use it as a user. So, for instance, what are some of the things that we're going to do? There are text channels and there are voice channels. This is taking the place for me of Skype. I don't use Skype anymore. I just use the Discord server because it's so much easier and cleaner to use. Over here, you've got your text channels. Right, so we've got announcements, which is I'm just going to use the general announcements. I'm the only one who can post in it. So if you see something show up in the announcements, it's me sending you an announcement. So hey, there's a programming announcement, right? So I was going to do Big Pharma this week, but I changed to EU4, so you could do that. The only thing I pinned was how to connect your Discord and Patreon accounts, which we'll talk about in a second because there are Patreon rewards as part of this Discord membership, or I guess vice versa. There's Discord rewards as part of a Patreon membership. So that's what the announcement is going to be used for. It's just going to be me giving you announcements about the channel and about the Discord server itself. The pond is general chatter, so you can just come on here, talk about whatever you'd like. Basically, you don't have to talk about the channel at all, but it's just the general place. It's where you hang out because if you've been around for it all, you know that I call where I hang out the pond, and that you all are pondits, of course, and this is the place to hang out. The stream, which is, of course, next to the pond, because it goes to the pond. Get it? Okay. So this is the place where you actually will get information about the stream. So if you want to hang out during the stream, you can chat here as an integrated chat method. I do have it pulled up while I'm streaming. I mean, it's still chat on YouTube and on Twitch, of course, because both of those things help wherever you want to do that. But this is it. And then also after the stream, I'm going to hang out here for a little bit and just kind of chat with all of you guys and say, hey, okay, let's do this thing so that way we can just have a nice little friendly chat. But maybe pre-chat, pre-stream, post-stream, all that stuff. This is the place to go. We're going to skip patrons and producers for a second. These are tied into the Patreon levels, so we'll talk about that in just a moment. But then I have all the games, right? So I've got GeoGuessr, anything that we're talking about GeoGuessr. I've got Factorio, talk about Factorio games. And again, this doesn't have to be my GeoGuessr and my Factorio. You can talk about any Factorio, any GeoGuessr, whatever you'd like. Binding of Isaac, CK2, EU4. Then down here I've got the Spoiler Alert channel. And Spoiler Alert, I've been doing this recently while I record, and I don't know how long I'll do this because obviously once enough people start listening on Spoiler Alert, then the recording won't make sense. Or it's not that it's going to make sense, but it'll be less impact. I just turn on my audio. You can't see any of the video. You can't hear the audio coming from the computer. It's just me, and I'm recording the video and doing Spoiler Alert. You can do that in the voice channel. We'll talk about that. And then we talk about it in between episodes here, so you can see like we're talking about whatever was going on. And then the last thing is a private in-game chat screen, that's the old version, the old server information I was using for Don't Starve Together. But if we end up playing games together on stream, that's where our private chat channel is. So you won't see this necessarily if you're not tagged as somebody that's in game with me, because that's the private chat server. Speaking of private chat servers, that's where we get producers and GeoGuessr, or not GeoGuessr, patrons and producers. So the patron, which obviously is not very not a lot of people are talking here, but anyone who is a Patreon patron has access to this channel, even at the $1 level. So any single Patreon has access to this private channel here for Patreon subscribers. You can connect your Patreon to your Discord to your Patreon. If you need to know how to do that, you click that here. So looking over to the right, I already know some people who probably should be connected but aren't. Hint, hint. When you do that, you'll automatically be added to the correct level. That's why I have the Patreon bot here. It does all the work for me. I don't have to think about it. And then you get added to the game producer or patron level, depending on what you are. If you are a producer, you get into the producer channel, which I'm not going to show on the screen for very much because it's a private place for the producers. I don't want to like show it off or anything like that. But that's where the producers can chat. And it's both level of producers, both game producers and associate producers have access to the producer channel. Because down in the voice channel, here's what else we have. We have a producers channel that's just for producers. You guys actually can go in there and chat anytime you like. I don't know if you realize that because I've been using it as the meetup place for the monthly call, quote unquote, the planning session. But it's open at all times. So any of you producers who are watching right now, you can go in there and chat together anytime you want. Like, feel free to hang out in there. It's not a problem. It's why it's there, right? It's why we've created the Discord server. And it's also the place, as I just mentioned, where we have the monthly call. So if you're on the monthly planning session because you're a producer, that's where we have it now because it works so much better than Skype. The audio quality is better, the internet quality is better, and the total connectivity options are better. It's just a better product. So that's where we're going to have the call, which, by the way, this month, it's the last. It can't be the last Sunday. It won't be here. So we're going to do it the coming Sunday. It'll be the 22nd? 13th, 20th, 1st, 2nd. Yes, the 22nd of January will be the next producer chat. And I'll post about this in the producer Discord announcements, and then send it to Patreon because not everybody is connected the two yet. And that's where we'll do, and we'll probably do it before I stream it all. So maybe we'll plan from like noon, like 11 a.m. Eastern to noon, and then stream. I don't know. I mean, you guys let me know, right? You always say about that. Then the end game, of course, this is how we did all of those things you won't see in game. But if we end up playing a multiplayer that I have to record on the stream or the channel, we use that. Spoiler alerts, that's where you can clue in and hear what I'm talking about. And then AF key is just if you go away from keyboard. If you're in activity in any of these channels for a while, it just spins you off into here. So that way, if there's anything going on at your house that you don't necessarily want to come in, that's what'll happen. And things like that. A lot of options that you can go through. I'm not going to go through any of them right now in this video because I don't have streamer mode turned. Well, I can turn streamer mode on, right? I don't know how to do it without exposing all of my privacy settings. There's a hotkey and I forgot it, of course. That's the way it works. But there you go. This is available. It's been here for a while. Come on and hang out, right? There's 14 people here that are not me, and there's 730 of you that have at least subscribed to the channel. So come on and hang out and let's build the community. All there is. Again, if you need that link, it's down in the description. It's also on my webpage at purplefrogplays.com/about/discord, and you can check all those places out. So come on and enjoy the party, basically, is what's happening. That's really all I have because I'm starting to gear up towards vlogging on my other channel now, which I will be launching in February. It looks like it'll be the first week in February that I go live. So I think that's the first full week. That'll be February 6th is the first time I'm going to go live in that channel. And I will launch with Frog Vlogs, so just a vlog about my life. I haven't staged my set yet or done anything like that. I'm not sure what camera I'm going to do. I don't have any sort of fancy camera technology right now. I don't have a GoPro. I don't have anything like that. So I just have this web camera, which is honestly pretty good quality. I have it turned down a little bit because I want to save for streaming, but I can crank it all the way back up. It's a 1080p camera. I can record at 1080p, and that will help work when I'm not streaming. I can just crank up the ability of that. Yeah, that's everything I want to talk about. So I'm going to do frog vlogs. I'm going to do frog jogs because I'm going to try and get back into shape. You can't tell. I mean, there's a little bit of double chin. You see all that hanging right there. I want to take care of that and get rid of that and just tone up for me. And I'm doing this for me. There's nobody is telling me, hey, fatto, get working. That's not. This is me saying, look, I used to be in shape. I used to run a lot more. I was a soccer referee, right? And I haven't done it in a couple of years. And I have a desk job, and it's really starting to get to me. So I want to get more in shape. And I figured, you know what? what's really motivated me in my life in terms of being more social and coming out and doing things has been this channel, because I feel like, okay, you've got to do it, you got to do it, you got to do it. And I was like, oh, you know what, this interacting with people is not so bad. So I'm going to do the same thing with exercise. I'm going to start jogging, and I'm going to do whatever while I do it, and tie it to a channel, which will help. And then the other more scripted stuff from the channel will come later. So the radio shows that I'm interested in doing and all that stuff probably won't launch right away in February, but we'll get there. And it'll be like once a week. Once a week I'm going to vlog. Once a week I'm going to do the jogging. I'm going to jog actually 3 or 4 times a week, but compile it into one episode. So that's sort of the plan for that. Just to remind you again what's going on. We're going to go back to the channel. Plus, I can see the timer better this way, and this is a screen with all my controls on it. But that's what we're going to do. I'm excited to do this. I'm excited for 2017 in terms of the channel, in terms of my personal life. I have made a pledge to myself. I don't do resolutions very often, but I have done this one. And that is, in 2017, either I'm going to begin. This is taking the steps on the road. I don't expect like 1-year miracles, but I'm going to take the proper and right steps to either write the next Hamilton or be the next Hamilton. Minus perhaps the whole dueling with the vice president and dying thing. That doesn't look so swell for me. But basically, it's a commitment of myself that I'm going to start taking steps in 2017 to make things better in my life and to really make an impact doing something. And one of those things that I'm doing for the first time this year is I'm going to VidCon, which is insane for me. I've never gone to a convention like that, and I need to do it to break out of my shell. I'm going on the creator track, so I'm not doing like creator meet and greets and stuff, because I'll be in the creator rooms. And it feels weird because I've been to Dragon Con before, not since it got huge. I didn't realize 75,000 to 80,000 people go to Dragon Con every year. The last time I went, there was like 25,000, which is manageable. And I've been to conventions like Origins. I've never been to Gen Con. I've always meant to go, but I just never get around to it. But I've been to Origins. I've been to Dragon Con. I've been to the small local cons like Penguin Con on the Cobb. I've been to Buckeye Game Fest, obviously, because especially now I'm helping to run it, so I'll definitely be there. But I've been to smaller conventions as a guest. I've been to 2 conventions as an exhibitor, but I've never been to a convention like with this creator track thing that's going on. And I want to try just get out there, be social, and connect with people. If we end up doing collaborations after it or something, I don't care. I just want to go make friends, like meet some new people, see some guys. Try not to fangirl too much. It will happen because I'm sure the people will be there. And on the creator track, you're going to run into people, but then of course you're on the creator track, so don't fangirl too hard. But that, that's my goal is then go to the sessions, learn how to do this, that, and the other. Learn about lighting, learn about staging a room, learn about how to build subscriber bases, learn how to build a community, learn how to do all this stuff so I can help make the channel better. So 1, it's more entertaining for you, and 2, it's more fulfilling for me. So that way we can come together with this great thing and just really have a good time. I mean, that's what I want to focus on, is being able to bring this into something where people involved are having a good time, either watching videos or interacting on the Discord or everything. I mean, I can't even think about stuff right now. My brain is starting to get tired. So this is the sickness, I think, coming in. We're going to have to call it off here soon. But that is the goal for 2017, is to make some sort of difference in my life, to feel like I'm finally started to walk on the right path, that, there's some sort of legacy. Whether it's among 50 people or 50,000 people, that's not the point. The point is that to be focused and be purposeful, and frankly to start writing and producing and creating like we're running out of time. And I don't want it to be like panicked, we're running out of time, but more like, look, we're given so much time on this planet. We don't know how much it is, so let's take every single advantage of it. And it's like Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote in Hamilton the Musical, which is what I've been talking about. If you haven't checked that out yet, you really should. Whether you like musicals or not, it is fantastic. Just to move like you're non-stop. Except for right now when I have to stop the video. That's the goal. I mean, that's what we're trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. Hopefully you guys can help me do that same thing. Spread the word around, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, hit the bell if you didn't realize it and you want notifications. Look, I know it's 4 times a day every day. That's a lot of notifications. If you don't want the notifications, I understand that, but at least subscribe to the channel, like some videos, help share them around. And you know the schedule. I have not missed a day on the schedule now for... I can't think. Like, the video didn't freeze there. I'm trying to think back the last time I missed a video. That wasn't a technical issue, because just a few weeks ago I missed an Angel's Oars and uploaded it later because the upload failed. But aside from like that technical issue or something, I don't think I've missed a video almost the entire year. Which, for me, that's an achievement, I think. So I've missed some streams. I'll give you that. I've missed some live streams because of technical difficulties or work or because I've been sick. But in terms of the actual videos, we've stuck pretty well to that 4 video a day, every day model once we went to it. The 5 videos a day was tough. The 4 videos we've managed pretty well. And I think that is the goal going into the future. So you don't necessarily need a notification because you know every morning at 6 a.m. Eastern Time that new GeoGuessr is out. And believe me, I've been starting to wake up about 6 o'clock, 6:15 or so, and people are already commenting on the videos, which is cool. I like it because that means you guys know it's coming out and you're ready for it, which is awesome. It's kind of humbling, and thank you for frankly allowing me to go on this journey with you and to create something special. I really appreciate that. We're going to call it here, though. This has been more of my older, longer type of video, but we had a lot of stuff to go over. If you haven't hit the Discord server, check out the Discord server. Like the videos if you like the videos. Subscribe to the channel. Share the videos around. And until next time, cheers.